Ramana Maharshi puts his whole teaching into these 6 verses of Atma Vidya. It starts low, very easy is self-knowledge. I'm Richard Clarke. Listen to these verses and my comments on them. This week I continue with Atma Vidya and the second of the 5 verses. Atma Vidya is one of several books written by Ramana Maharshi that were initiated by Muruganar. Now, the second verse. True, strong, fresh, forever stands the self. From this truth spring forth the phantom body and phantom world. When this delusion is destroyed and not a speck remains, the sun of self shines bright and real in the vast heart-expanse. Darkness dies, affliction ends, and bliss wells up. There's a lot to unpack in this verse. That's true with many things that Ramana writes. There's so much dense meaning. Anyway, here, this verse starts, true, strong, fresh, forever stands the self. The being that we are, the self, our self, is always real. It is always true. It is truth itself. How can what is always true be untrue? The self is unsurpassed. There is nothing greater. It is always strong, unshakable, and rock solid. The self is fresh, ever new, never outdated, never tired or stale. This immediate reality is always fresh. Even after many hours of meditation and inquiry, this consciousness that we are is fresh. It doesn't get old or tired. The mind might get tired, but the consciousness that knows the mind reflects the mental tiredness perfectly. Forever tells us the duration of the self. It has no beginning, no end. It is timeless, without time. Can you find in your own investigation any start or end to your existence? So, true, strong, fresh, forever stands the self. Can you feel this and know this within yourself? Next is, from this in truth springs forth the phantom body and phantom world. Here he says that the body and the world are in you, in Brahman, in the self, not that you are in the world in body. We assume and start thinking we are a body, we are in a body, and with the body and its senses we know the world, that we are a body in a world. Ramana tells us the opposite. We are consciousness, and the body and the world are within us, within consciousness. This identification as a body is, says Ramana, the greatest misidentification for most of us. Destroy this illusion, and you have made a great step towards your own freedom. And then Ramana says, when this delusion is destroyed and not a speck remains, the sun of self shines bright and real in the vast heart expanse. This is the whole point of inquiry, to challenge and investigate the ideas you hold and the misidentifications you cling to destroy these delusions. The only thing that covers and obscures your real identity are the false ideas we hold to. When these ideas are released, they no longer obscure anything. You see and feel and are the reality you were seeking that seemed previously at a distance. I am. I am that. And finally, Ramana says, darkness dies, afflictions end, and bliss wells up. When we see, when we are this truth about who we are, we see we are not different from the consciousness that seems to manifest as the world and our ego. When all that ignorance is released, what is left is the bliss of being, the bliss of your own identity. So know yourself and be always happy. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now to help you deepen your understanding and practice to know the self. Just click the subscribe button.